Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kaylyn, and today I'm going to take you around and show you our farm. It is a beautiful spring day here. We are in zone 5B in West Michigan. So we are located on 10.2 acres. We have about a 4-acre hayfield, which is what I'm walking right now. And everything to the tree, everything, you know, the tree line. This is, let's see how I go in here. This is all part of our hayfield. And so we have this hayfield. We have 2 pastures that are fenced. The previous owners did plant these trees here to act as a barrier from the farm, the dairy farm, spraying anything. So you can see these are a little bit more mature trees. And these trees are looking really nice, so it's good to come out here, you know, and I watch where I'm walking, check things. That one's looking a little rough, but so these are a good barrier to everything else. Though you can see we're kind of losing, you know, this is to this row is our fence line, but as these trees get bigger, it will act as essentially a new fence row for us. Let's see, there's a whole line of trees here. And we've got some brush, some wood that's been cut. It's just a lot of brush down here, you know, but that goes, so that's our property line there. Those trees goes down, and everything you see here, you know, house pole barn. So we'll go over there. You can see our pole barn a little better here. This is a Morton building. I believe it's 40 by 30. It has 2 of these big sliding doors and then 1 smaller garage door. And I'll show you that in a minute. First, I'll show you this bed down here. So again, we moved in last May. I was pregnant with our daughter Ellie, who's now almost 6 months old. And, you know, we didn't know what was growing. We kind of just watched and waited and saw what was what. I was very overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie, with all of the yard work, just being pregnant and also being a first time, you know, homeowner. And the previous owner, his wife, she was an amazing gardener. She took such great care of the property, and she put in these beautiful flower beds all over the property, and they're so lovely when they're blooming. And she really staggered some of the things that bloom so that you are always seeing flowers, and it's just really, really amazing. And I love flowers. My mom was actually a florist, and so I spent a lot of time with her at the flower shop. However, having said all that, and hear me out, people, because I've gotten some flack for this before when I was asking for advice on this bed, actually. I love the flowers. I appreciate their beauty so much. I absolutely love everything about flowers, except it's very difficult to justify maintaining this flower bed because it's just too far away to water, and it's just a lot to weed, and it's a large bed. It spans, you know, towards our driveway. It goes way down. The end is down here. So it's just a lot, and I want to get rid of it. So there are some poppies that bloomed here that were really beautiful that I wanted to try and save. I don't know if I can. There's this old piece of farm equipment here. I'm going to show you that we're going to move up to a different flower bed, and that way I can actually fill it with flowers and water it, because last year I filled it with flowers and I didn't water it and they all died, and it was a waste of money, and it was just a waste in general. So this is this cool, I don't know what this thing is, don't ask me, but old piece of farm equipment here. And I did put some compost in it last year, and I planted some things. Some things may grow again. Not really sure. Looks like crap right now, that's for sure. But we are going to move this up to the house, put it in a different flower bed. All of this is going to be tore out. It's just a lot. It's just a lot to weed. You can see it continues on here. I will try to salvage as much as I can out of here, but you know, it's just too much. So I planted these yucca plants along the driveway, which do act as kind of a barrier to help with erosion. I don't know if that was their original thinking when they planted them, but They are hideous. They don't bring me any joy, and so I'm thinking about replacing them with something else. You can see as we walk up our driveway, 2 beautiful mature walnut trees that have fed the squirrels through the winter. Here's one of our grapevines. These are actually Pinot Noir grapes. There are 4 varieties on the property. So these are the ones up here, and there's some bluebird houses. There's our house. These are some really beautiful flowering shrubs and bushes. They're everywhere. Our backyard is full of them. You can see the remnants of all the walnuts. The squirrels have been eating and loving on, so. I did save some nuts last year, but again, I was heavily pregnant and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I have some in the basement. I don't know if they're any good or not. I gotta get to that and check them out, but at least the squirrels have been fat and happy all winter. Well, you can see we've got that other door and this, our beautiful windmill. This is a beautiful bed of lilies and other things. What else in there? Again, we gotta clear everything out, but we do use electronic locks. And this is kind of like a workshop. There is a wood stove in here. The pole barn is not insulated, so this is our workshop. This is actually when we first moved in last year where I brooded chicks out here, but because I started them much earlier, and this, you know, we don't like heat this, I wanted them to be warm enough, so I went ahead and put them in the garage so I could heat them, because we do have a heater, or a blower I should say, in our garage that's connected to our wood stove. Trent's got quite the collection of coolers here, and he's got a bunch of them somewhere else. And I always used to tease him about collecting coolers, and you know, that is so silly and nobody needs that many coolers. But the funny thing is, with raising meat chickens and we brought them to the Amish, these really came in handy having these big coolers, because they put our chickens back in the coolers, and we would have had no way to haul so much meat, so many whole chickens. So it's awesome that we have those coolers. Pallets we got from my father-in-law's work, and several of them are nicer pallets that we're going to be using for our tractors going by, hay shed, to keep the hay dry, and then the rest we're going to be making cucumber trellises, which was something I got inspiration from the Stivers Homestead. I love your guys' channel, Stivers. If you're ever gonna see this, thank you, Zach and Jen, to everything you share. You've given me a lot of inspiration. So, and then this is just, these are tires, which are for our future goat playground, and just, you know, fencing and materials. This is all of our Premier One electric net fencing. Oh, that is so wild. I didn't, the things you find. I totally forgot. There's all these bags of compost here. I forgot about that, so that's nice. Which I can use in like the flower pots probably or something. I mean, it's just extra. That's handy. Huh?
I guess I forgot about them too.
And this is our lumber pile, and even more tires for my goat playground. Trent just came in here and said he didn't want me to show our pole barn because it's so messy right now, but it's actually, I think, very organized. Everything's stacked up, nice and neat, organized by what it is. You know, when you have a farm, I mean, even if you don't have a farm, let's just be real, you collect stuff. And when you have a farm, especially, you're saving things. You have large things, large equipment, you know, wood and supplies and fencing, and that's got to go somewhere. I feel like our pole barn is very organized. It's clean. Trent, you know, does an amazing job of keeping things neat and tidy, so I'm not at all ashamed of it. And I don't know why he's being so weird about it, so hi, honey. That's our boat. Our fishing boat. really holds 3 people comfortably, and we will definitely be fishing this year. And that's the pole barn. Nothing fancy, but it's awesome to have all this space, because before we bought this property, we lived in a tiny little house in New York. This is our future goat barn, which is where our barn cats live. Hey, Dex. And right now, this is where we keep our feed. Figure, good place to keep feed where you got cats living, because the mice are tasty treats for the kitty cats. Dex is very skittish. She doesn't come around very often. She's terrified of the dogs. The dogs have chased her a lot. We inherited Dex and Archie with the property. The people we bought our farm from actually lived down the road in another house, and they tried to take the cats with them because we said we didn't want them, because we were scared of the dogs, you know, hurting the cats because they were strange cats and chasing them, which certainly has been the case. The dogs have chased them a lot, but the cats are smart, and even though the previous owners took them away, they came back because they were born here and they've lived here their whole lives, and we actually really love having them. So they're super sweet cats. What do you think, Dex? He's a pretty girl. And this is Archie, who you've probably seen in my other videos if you've watched them. Archie's my baby. Archie loves to follow me around the farm. She's my baby. She's way less skittish than Dex side of the future goat barn, which was just used as storage. We have not done anything to this building at all, cleaned it out or anything. It's just kind of not a priority right this second. But this is going to be the side where my milking room and feed room is. So we need to remove these fuel tanks that are in here and other things, and we'll be building a kind of a barrier from here to there for the milking parlor. The other side of the goat barn where I just showed you with the cats, with the feed, we do have like a lot of boxes and paper in here that's left from when we moved, so it's kind of a mess and it's just not pretty. Hi, kitties. This is a beautiful rainbow colored hydrangea bush, which I love. Our woodshed, which is looking pretty bare. This is the wood we have left. Not a whole lot. That was a major thing that we worked on last year, was putting in this wood stove to heat our house, to heat our garage. Eventually, when we insulate our pole barn, it will heat the pole barn. We may someday heat the goat barn with it if need be, and we could even heat the chicken coop, just depending on how much wood we want to burn. So the woodshed, or the wood stove, the woodshed, let me back up here. The woodshed was already here. The wood stove we put in, and my father-in-law, my husband, my brother-in-laws, they helped dig all the trenches for all the piping, which was a huge ordeal. This big barren path through our yard. Well, here's our wood stove. Ashes. Big boy Malfoy. Hey, big boy. He is so pretty and sweet. He's like a big puppy. So we've got our future garden area here that's going to be disced up in the next couple days, which we're going to have to fence. This is, I'm on the back side of the goat barn where the fuel tanks are. Excuse me, ladies. Pardon me. This is the garden, which I know is scary and sad looking right now. We're gonna bring a tiller through here and just probably till up the aisles here. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Father-in-law's come through on the tractor. He's hauling this aged manure out of our cow pen, which is in a different video you'll see. So I have raspberries here, which were super productive and delicious. They need a bad haircut. They're looking pretty rough. And then these are more grapevines. This wire came down over here, so we need to fix that. But the rest, this looks good. This one stayed up. It looks like wire came down here too. I have something in my boot. Straw in there. Oh, I got a dirty sack. Oh, you know, you win some, you lose some. Ah! All over here. Okay. So, raspberries, grapes, all along here, which these guys do need some care. We're putting in the work this year for sure. Again, last year it was hard with being new on the farm. My husband's working a lot, you know, at a new job, and I was pregnant and just doing what I could. So we didn't know what we were in for, but now we do. So we're definitely gonna do as much as we can to kind of maintain and do the upkeep necessary to keep all this stuff beautiful. The people that we bought the property from never planned on leaving. Again, they had health complications, and that's why they sold the property. But they took such amazing care of it, and they poured their love into this place, and it definitely shows in what's planted here. And we want to continue that legacy, and that's something that we want to leave to our daughter someday. So. This used to be a cattle chute, or is a cattle chute, I guess. Nothing pretty to look at, but it will come in handy someday. This is our cow shed. So this is going to be our new in-ground garden, this whole area here. These are our old straw bales that we are going to be mulching with. This is our chicken coop, which Trent just moved that fence. That is in another video as well for you guys. This is the run that's attached to the coop. This is their little, you need to put way more sand in here because it's all come out, but this is their little dust bathe pit, which they actually do love. The xylophone that they never touched, which was super disappointing. I tried to show it to them, they don't care. This is the chicken coop. It's not pretty, but it works. It was here when we moved in. Straw bales. This is right now the duck side. So they need fresh water over there. It's got a couple of roofs. The ducks I've never used. There's the thingamabob transformer. I can't think of what you call that. For the electric fence, we hardwired it. Feed bins, just miscellaneous things, wood ash, DE. Here's the chicken coop side, which Looks like they need a water refresher too. Got one girl in right now. Got some eggs. Man, the bottom nest boxes, they really tear that stuff out, so I'll take these eggs out now, I guess. Come back for the rest of the eggs later. This chicken coop is not fancy, but it was here. It works. We will fix it up nice someday. This is the other side of the coop, which is a separate run. And then this is the duck pen right now. So they have this run. And this, which is all just a barren mess right now. And this is where we'll put our young chicks. So we did, as I said, we made no improvements to the poultry area at all, other than we did give them an outside run, which wasn't there before. And now they have access to this whole first pasture here. So that's definitely new. This is the pasture that the chickens are in right now. Am I smarter than a flip? We put this gate in. This gate was not here before. Trent's out on the Ranger. He's got ducks all in his way. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. And this is our pig feeder, which is turned over for now. Got all these freaks following me. This is our pig shelter, which was used as a cow shed in this pasture because the other cow shed's connected to the other pasture. And we put in this automatic water for the pigs, which is not hooked up right now because we're still, we're in Michigan, so we're getting frost, and we just had snow the other day. So there's our hay shed where we store our hay and straw. And I won't show you the rest of this pasture. There's nothing but weeds and dead stuff to look at right now. Over here and see the back side of the house and the last bit of the property. So there are a lot of fruit trees here. Oh, I'm losing the gate. Golden rule at the farm that I taught my nephew is you always lock the gate. And this is the going towards the back side of our house. Got a number of fruit trees planted here. Peach and plum and apple. Here's our deck. There's this little kennel area over here. The previous owner's dog lived in the garage and had that kennel and roam of the property, and we closed it off in the garage, and now it's just a little kennel, which I thought would be useful for, like, I don't know, chicks or something, where our dogs don't use it. So this is our back deck. There's another grapevine here. Those are a green grape or a white grape, whatever you want to call them. These beds here, which are strawberries, which not sure yet if I'll have to go back and look at the footage, but as I was taking you guys to show you the garden, I realized my father-in-law had unintentionally ran over all of our strawberries there because my husband told him that he could drive the tractor over the garden thinking there wasn't anything growing, and the strawberries are growing now, and I think they're all going to be dead, so that's pretty sad. But we're going to order new strawberries today, actually. I'm going to go in and order them. Strawberries, blueberries, and elderberries. And that garden is going to be transformed into a strictly berry and grape area. And here are our new cedar raised beds, yet to be filled soon, to be added on. This will be our kind of raised bed garden area. We'll put cattle panel trellises in. This will be some flower and herb boxes, and we'll build more as we go. I do have another video I'll be posting showing you guys the raised beds that'll probably be out before this video. This is a beautiful northern catalpa tree, which they're so pretty. I can't wait to show you it when it's flowering. These are different flowering bushes. Again, previous owners loved this property, planted beautiful, beautiful things here, so we're really fortunate to be able to enjoy them. And then this is another group of pines that they planted. You can see Trent's actually down by our compost piles with my nephew. So these are another set of beautiful pines that were planted. Look at this adorable little tree. Little teeny guy here. Little cutie. So we have these trees down here. And we do have one neighbor that's through the trees here. They have 2 horses, 2 old horses. And this is our property line here. We've got a row of lilacs that line the house, which is great because we live on a dirt road, so that prevents a lot of that dirt from coming up, you know, dust at us. And then this tree, this second tree in here, we are going to take down because it's dead and cracked. But we do love these 2 pines that we have here, even though they're so close to this side deck. That's kind of like our breakfast area on that little deck. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. It was nice to take you around on the farm and show you what we're working with. Everything's a mess right now. Nothing's cleaned up from last year. It's not pretty, to be sure, but it's what it looks like, and I'm excited to show you the journey as everything changes and starts blooming and growing and progresses, and as we make changes on the homestead. You know, this is not a Pinterest worthy homestead right now, but we're really blessed to have the property we have. We're so thankful for all the care that was put into the property by the previous owners, and we love living here. This place is just really special to us, and we knew at the moment we saw it that we belonged to this house and this house belonged to us, and this is everything I've ever dreamt of since I was a little girl, having this farm. The only thing that's missing are a couple of horses, which are down the road, definitely, and dairy goats. We're missing our Nigerian Dwarf, so that's certainly in the future for us. So I just wanted to end this video on a hopeful note of saying that if you're dreaming of homesteading, you're dreaming of farming, and you're not there yet, you know, don't stop dreaming. Definitely have goals, learn as much as you can while you can, and you know, this is a dream come true for me especially. My husband has been very supportive of my dreams, but growing up on a farm, he never thought he'd wind up back on one. But I mean, he's so thankful and happy too. You know, we love where we live. We love being able to pour our heart and soul into something that's ours and to see it grow. And I know that that's something that a lot of you, if you're not already there, are dreaming and aspiring of too. And it can definitely, you know, be yours someday. Maybe not on this scale, maybe on a much larger scale, you know, to each their own. We wanted more acreage, and this is what we could afford, and it was a lot, but it was something that was a huge priority for us, was, you know, making this dream come true. So I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope all your dreams come true. There's actually one last thing I forgot to show you guys. How could I leave this out? Right now, I know it looks awful, but this is my peony bed. We put these bird houses in. They're cute. This is my peony bed. It's so beautiful when it blooms. I gotta get it all cleared out, and it is magical. Thanks for watching. Bye.